get you off my mind.
Sorry, I'm not you.
I can't get you off my mind.
What time are you leaving? When are you gonna get there?
Get you off my mind.
Love you. Bye, sweetie. Bye.
I can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off my mind. I can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off my mind. I can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off my mind. I can't get you off my mind. Can't get you off my mind. I can't get you off my mind.
Hello, you cunt.
Shut up, you cunt!
My savior is pure now, because my lonely heart would bleed. I never learned how to hold love and stay strong to love. Now I close my eyes now, and I'm dreaming right where I Here we lie all alone in my dreaming. Your eyes move my soul as I'm believing. Now you see the me, I'm a feeling. I feel your hands, the lips, the heat of your body. Whisper you love me, you say you love me. Please just slow me down and never leave me. I'm a dreamer. Here we lie all alone in my dreaming. Your eyes move my soul as I'm believing. Now you see the me, I'm a feeling. I feel your hands, the lips, the heat of your body. Whisper you love me, you say you love me. Please just slow me down and never leave me. I'm a dreamer. Am I a dreamer? Am I a dreamer? Love, life, and laughter is all I believe. My savior is pure now, because my lonely heart would bleed. I never learned how to hold love and stay strong to love. Now I close my eyes now, and I'm dreaming right where I belong. Here we lie all alone in my dreaming. Your eyes move my soul as I'm believing. Now you see the me, I'm a feeling. I feel your hands, the lips, the heat of your body. Whisper you love me, you say you love me. Please just slow me down and never leave me. I'm a dreamer. Here we lie all alone in my dreaming. Your eyes move my soul as I'm believing. Now you see the me, I'm a feeling. I feel your hands, the lips, the heat of your body. Whisper you love me, you say you love me. Please just slow me down and never leave me. I'm a dreamer. Am I a dreamer? 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 Am I a dreamer?
Hello, you cunt.
Shut up, you cunt.
Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give
was a drug addict, and she killed herself by overdosing. So the kids, his kids are 13 and 10. So from what I can gather, it's terminal. So he's gonna die. Thus, his children are gonna be left without a dad, and they don't have a mum. It's not good. I have a sneaking suspicion that my dad's wife will end up taking care of them. Because she's very, like, she would be the first one to offer. She's very quick to, you know, to help out when people need it. But yeah. So it's like, it was a good day, and then it was a bad day, and then it went back to being a good day. Like, it was mixed. But I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. It's just unfortunate, isn't it? I literally just got here.
Hello, you
Shut up, you cunt.
Connor, thank you for the 6 months. Yeah, that is very true, Chris. That is very true. Isn't it a bit rude to bring it up on your brother's birthday? I mean, it's the only time that all the family are there, so not really. It's not as if they turned around and went, "Hey guys, big announcement." I got pulled to one side. Alright, so we're on the ground at Bilbao, and we're going to fuck off down to Faro, check out this new scenery, and then we're going to come back up to, I can't pronounce it, Asturias, Lima Echo Alpha Sierra. We're in Bilbao right now, here. Putting on 200 milligrams is normal max dose, but ain't working, so I'm going off to try something new. Yeah, I told you about my little sertraline experiment, didn't I? It was good, but I just couldn't. I couldn't keep getting hold of them, so I stopped taking them. And then I had like a period of withdrawal. But actually, you know what? The withdrawal from them was actually quite fun. It wasn't like you know, opiate withdrawal. It was like I thought it was just nice. It was weird. If it was down to me, I would just stop. Yeah, I mean, are you with the NHS? Because they are stuck on their like textbook way of doing things. They can't just YOLO things. They have to go by textbooks. It's so retarded. Yeah, it's an hour. Cool. And there's the fuel. Apparently you can't use runway 10. To be honest, I've not even looked at the chart, so you might be right. What guy is suspicious at home? Oh, the guy walking around the circles. Oh yeah, you can't use runway 10. Oh wow. Well, Rip. What's up, John? How you doing? Oh, there you go. Nah, I'm still banned on them.
Hello, you cunt.
Shut up, you cunt.
I asked a French man his favorite game console. He said Wii.
Farouk, thanks for the 40 months. That's a fucking terrible joke.
Hello, you cunt.
Shut up, you cunt.
John gifted a sub to JDG. Thank you very much, John. Hopefully they thank you. If not, then rip. All right.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Yeah, metrics. I don't know if they're in at the moment, but if they are, I'm sure they'll appreciate you saying thanks.
release pin inserted. Release sparking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning and a very warm welcome to your flight today. My name is Norman. It's my pleasure to introduce the rest of the crew today. Working in front of me are Philip, shortly in the middle is Marcus, and at the back of the cabin is Joe. We're here for your comfort, but primarily your safety. With that in mind, we'd like to take you through the safety procedures of this aircraft and Airbus A319. It just takes 2 minutes of your time, but most importantly your attention. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust.
Unlocking gear.
Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for
Yeah, I'm
attracting
knackered.
attention.
I'm literally
We
falling
also
asleep.
carry flotation aids for children.
You know, I've not actually
Your
slept
tray
now
table
for 3
must now be
nights.
stowed, armrest down,
Pretty crazy.
window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant
And I'm
flight.
supposed to be flying a plane tomorrow morning, IRL. Because I'm literally, and it sounds so cheesy when I say this, but it's the truth. Like, all I am doing 24/7, quite literally at this moment in time, is coding. Like, I get in bed, after I've streamed, I go in my bed, and I get my Mac, and I lie there, or sit there, or whatever, and I just program. And then before I know it, it's fucking 7 AM, and the day starts all over again. So, yeah, it's just tiring. That's all. It'll be worth it. So, yeah, when I'm, like, legit falling asleep, that's why. we go. Yeah, I mean, it's not about whether people would be okay with a slower version 4. The time it needs to be out in order to self-sustain. Like, if I don't get it out by the 15th of next month, like, we'll run into the same problem that we had last month, where there's not enough money to pay the bills. So as much as I appreciate the flexibility, I don't actually have any flexibility because it needs to be out. Bandwidth costs are too much on version 3. Yeah, way too much. But like, the thing is, actually, one thing that I've noticed is version 4 is actually fine in terms of like cost to us. It's been so well optimized that it's actually okay. It's not going to use anywhere near as many resources as version 3, so we good once we get it out. Yeah, but this shutting down, think about it, dude. That's a terrible idea. You shut down version 3, and then the momentum of all of the users in version 3 just kills Project Fly. You shut it down if I shut it down now until version 4 was ready, it would kill. That would be the end of Project Fly. There's no point. We might as well just continue with what we're doing. Acknowledge that it does need to be released before the middle of December, and then, you know, just take it from there. We're ready to stop. Hang on, let me just...
Hello, it's Roland. Let's cabin secure for takeoff. Thank you.
We're ready to stop paying a subscription, but you're not prepared to charge. No, it's not. It's not about not being prepared to charge. The system is there to buy a subscription in version 3 if you want to do that. So it's there, it's ready to go, and if you buy one in version 3, it will automatically come across the version 4. The issue is not that. The issue is that people, they don't want that yet. They want to wait until version 4 is available. Look at the FPS. What the fuck? This happened last time when I did that stupid fucking FS Labs CPU policy thing. I wonder what that actually changes. Because for some reason, as soon as I do that, my FPS goes to shit. Look at that. This is insane. This fucking FPS is terrible. Holy shit. So much is actually making the plane you're out of control.
V1.
What the fuck? Yeah, now it's fine. I had this problem with the FS Labs last time. When I reinstalled it, and when you first launch P3D after you reinstall it, it comes up with this message and it's like, do you want us to change the CPU policy? I always fall for it and press yes, and as soon as I do that, that happens what you've just seen. There probably is, like, written down somewhere exactly what that CPU policy thing does.
In-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of... in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Oh look, the inner flaps moving? I've never seen that before. I don't know what it was, Josephus. We'll see. If it happens in Faro, then obviously... Oh my fucking god, are you for real? Goes into Alpha floor in a left-hand turn. What the fuck? Fucking feels like I'm dreaming, honestly. I haven't changed my active sky settings, if that's what you're asking, and the FS Labs worked perfectly before. You blame the woman that modeled the plane. That's his wife, you know. Probably already know that.
FPS.
That's literally like the best way to cut costs is just to get your wife to do everything. You should just fucking text Haley and be like, yo, go learn to program and fix Project 5 for me. Not that she's my wife or will ever be, but she can dream. Trevor, That's weird saying that because my dad's called Trevor. But thanks for the 6 months. You actually have subscribed to me, taken an interest in me longer than my actual dad. So thanks. Don't put a ring on a Villa fan. Tell you said that. The father of FSX streaming, dude. I'm not. I'm becoming increasingly more irrelevant as the days go by. I'm not stupid, but it's okay. I had a good run. I was looking at statistics last night, so if you my highest like viewer count and my highest sub numbers and everything like that was back about a year and a quarter ago, just after I had my surgery, and I was concurrently averaging about 750 viewers, and the sub was up to like just under 1,000 on average, and now it's doing this over time. And if you look at the bigger graph, so this is start, this is a year and a quarter ago, and this is now, the trend goes like this, peaks there, and now it kind of stayed there for a little bit, but now it's doing this. So, like this, this was our peak right there. But now it's going back. Sergeant Angelos. But, it's a good job I don't do this because of stats. Because if I did, it would be over a long time ago. I do this because it's a change of scenery. I enjoy it. I have really nice friends as a result of it. Don't give a shit about anything else. Change the name back to Bellins. Nah. To be honest, like, I've said this before, but whatever. You all know how you know how it is. I don't really like. If as a result of me taking a step back from things and not getting involved with things anymore, means that
sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Keep going, bud.
Sore bones. Has that always been your username? But thanks for the 3 months. I am more than happy to become irrelevant than to be involved with all the fucking fraudulent bullshit that's currently going on. That, yeah, okay, I say that and people go, "What are you talking about, Matt?" It's just because no one said anything about it yet. But someone soon will, and it'll all come crashing down, and then I'll just sit here and be like, "I'm sorry, guys, I told you so." And I'm just so sick and tired of like all the idiots, all the negativity, that I have no energy left to like try and protect. It's not even my job to protect the industry, is it really? But at least, you know, I would have once upon a time actually tried to do something about it, but nah, I just can't be fucking bothered. You wish you don't care so much about stats. Just don't look at them. It's easy. No, but I'm not being silly, Adam. Like, everybody at some... You're not just gonna... Okay, there was once upon a time where I was, like, at the top of my game, and I was, you know, as they call it, untouchable. Sure. everybody has that like period in life where if you do something well enough, you'll have a good run at it, and you'll get to the point where, you know, you do well to be noticed. And I'll always be grateful for that opportunity, but that is no longer where I'm at. It's plainly obvious. Like it's so obvious. It's you don't need to point it out. Wait, what's happening? Starts with a decimal point is to pick a small flaws that don't matter, try and get people for no good reason. Yeah, I agree with that, Joan. I had to start watching Simfest earlier. This is the corner of FS I feel most comfortable in. Well, like, that for me is perfect. Like, that is what it's all about for me. Like, it should be a place where you come and you know you can say and do whatever you want, obviously within reason. There's a limitation to everything. And not feel judged, not feel, you know, like you're going to get harassed, etc., etc. And I think, irrespective of what other people try and, like, brand our community as, I think, okay, once upon a time we were a bunch of shitbags, but that has kind of, we've moved on. Like, we figured it out. And now I would say we're probably the most diverse, probably the most welcoming bunch of people that exist as a result of being a bunch of shitbags. It's like reformed criminals that, you know, once upon a time would fucking shoot you and now will take a bullet for you. I don't know. Pope Juicy is literally the most pedophilic name I've ever heard in my life. But I don't use FSX, nor do I use the CRJ. So I am definitely not the guy in the know for that specific pair of add-ons. Yeah, limbless, exactly. My issue is I don't have enough time to go around and look at everyone else, like what, you know, like Chewy's community and Black Box's community and Paul's community, Squirrel's community. Like, I have the time to go and see like what that's all about. But I think if they were like, if they were terrible, I'd know about it, and if they were phenomenal, I'd know about it. And I don't hear anything from either side of the spectrum, so I assume they're just doing okay. You know, Steve, after I get this pilot's license through, I will, for the foreseeable future, dress up as a captain. I'll get the epaulets and the hat and the whole thing. We'll go all out. And then if anyone ever fucking dares question me, I'll just hold up my PPL and be like, cunt! And then just carry on with my life. Isn't that why you got the license in the first place, to play dress up? Exactly. I'm pretty sure I'm probably one of the only people that is to got a pilot's license just for the keck. There's like nothing else. I don't actually care what I do with it. I just did it for the fun of it. I did. You know what? You know why I do things in life, and it's a really bad habit to get into, but it's just to prove people wrong. Like, I lost weight to prove people wrong. I got weight loss surgery to prove people wrong. I fucking what have I done? What else have I done in the past to just like really fuck with people? But that's like, I'm driven by proving people wrong. It's so strange, and I kind of hate myself for it, but I kind of love myself for it at the same time. Like right now, I have a list of things that I want to achieve over the next sort of 5 years, just to turn around to the cunts that have fucked me over in the last couple of years and say, fuck you, you're worthless. I still got there in the end. Here's an Amazon fucking referral link for a fucking order of nooses. Use them wisely. Come to Vancouver. Dude, I'd love to go to Vancouver. But the problem is I'm such a snob, I can't go long haul flying without at least being in business class. And it's very expensive. Although, I've not tried premium economy on long haul yet, so... I tried economy on long haul, and I actually want... Well, I mean, I was sat next to Liz, so that's probably why I didn't like it, but... I'm joking. She was nice. Project Fly might have even proven some people wrong. It proved me wrong. I didn't realize so many people were gonna fucking use it. Neither did my bank account. Premium economy, yeah. I mean, I might do. I definitely want to go traveling. I definitely want to actually properly travel, but I just need to get stuff out first that makes money, because I need to be able to make money while I'm not like active. You got coffee spilled all over you. I stood on a used fucking nappy on an American Airlines 737. Oh man, I almost threw up. A diaper. Some dirty little bastard mum, right? She changed her kid's nappy or diaper, I assume on the flight before mine, and she it was a night flight, so the cabin was pitch black, and I went to, so you have to understand the layout. So I'm up in business class, right? But I'm sat at the back of business class. Behind me is a curtain, and then behind that curtain is the economy seats. And what she'd done is she'd like gotten this used diaper, and she'd like rolled it underneath the curtain in front, and it had gone under my seat. And then during the flight, you know, with like the turbulence and everything, it had rolled forward a little bit, so it was right in my like leg line of where I would stand. And I went to go to the toilet, and I fucking stood on it, and I just heard it. I knew exactly what it was. I just like, you can feel the texture. Bear in mind, I had my fucking slippers on, because that's what I do. Like, I get on the plane, I take my shoes off, I put my slippers on, and I looked down, and yeah, it was there, all over the fucking floor. And the stench, oh my god, the fucking stench. I pressed the call button, and the woman came over, and I'm like, yeah, so I just stood on the used diaper, and it's everywhere. And she's like, where did you get that from? And I just looked at her, and I was like, we really gonna have to answer that question? It's not fucking mine. She was like, well, it must have been like from the previous crew. We had a very tight turnaround in LaGuardia. Well, it wasn't even LaGuardia. What was it? No, Chicago. Fucking tight turnaround, you filthy bastards. Anyway, she cleaned it up. She cleaned it up while I was in the toilet, fucking scraping baby feces off my shoe. Yep, it was pretty bad. When I flew back from Atlanta with Virgin, I was in upper class, and fucking the toilets in premium economy were, one side of them were broken. And apparently there was also another set of toilets in economy which were broken too. So they were basically letting everybody use any toilet that they wanted. So what you were getting is these fucking peasants from right at the back coming all the way to the front. Number one, to use the toilet, but number two, to steal the fucking snacks. And I went into the toilet. It was probably mid-flight. It was like over the Atlantic. Everyone's fast asleep. And I opened the toilet door and was immediately greeted by something that resembled a fucking snake just in the toilet. This huge, like, whoever's arsehole birthed that, I really want to know if it hurt. Because it was just stuck there looking at me. And I'm just like, wow. Because the problem is, those toilets, there's no water in the basin. So it literally, whatever comes out of you just sticks to the bowl. And then when you're done, you flush it. And that's what gets rid of the fucking, the excrement. But I was just like, nah. So I go outside the toilet and I just went up to the woman that was looking after upper class, and I was like, I'm sorry, and normally I wouldn't be this fucking low in life, but I'm gonna throw my food up if I have to go in there again. And she's like, what's up? I was like, just go look for yourself. So she goes in there and she obviously cleans it and comes out. And she comes out, she's like, I'm really sorry, sir. We normally do a toilet check every, like, whatever it was. She said, we mustn't have gotten round to that just yet. And I was like, how are you not, like, gagging? She just looked at me and she went, that's nothing. I've seen way worse than that. She went, you can use it now. And I was just like, wow, okay. Alright. I don't want to know what you have to deal with as a fucking flight attendant. This was on the 747, Virgin 747. I mean, the plane was falling to pieces as it was. Like, the seats were fucked, the TVs were fucked, the toilets were fucked. There was a woman that was sat opposite me that, I think I've told you this story before, but she claimed that she had every fucking allergy on the planet. And they gave her a free upgrade to upper class because they couldn't find her a meal that was suitable. So they were just like, well, I'm sorry you can't eat anything, but instead, do you want to have a bed for the flight? And I just wanted her to die, honestly. I just wanted to throw peanuts in her direction and just hope she was actually allergic to them. What a fucking tramp. Sorry to disturb the story, but you still got the seatbelt sign on. You know what? Just for you, I'm keeping it on. Fuck off. Like, how much attention are you depleted of in real life? Sup, you seen? Long time no speak. How you doing? Or see, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, hang on. Let's do this. Alright, folks, from the flight deck, unfortunately, due to N. Lozinger 22, seat 28F, feel free to go and stab him, having made a remark about the seatbelt signs being not switched off yet, I'm keeping them on for the rest of the flight and the return. Thanks. Rip. That's a great PA, honestly. We did that for the people that can't hear. It's actually being signed if you look towards the front of the cabin. There you go. Motherfucker. My microphone really is that broken, isn't it? A fucking nan, the cheeky bitch. Because you just said long time no see. So I saw my nan tonight for the first time since last year. She goes to me, how much she weigh now? I was like, just under 18 stone. She goes, you don't fucking look like it. So what do you mean? She goes, I'd say you're at least 20 stone. I'm like, Says the fucking woman that looks like Frodo. Fuck off. And my fucking granddad, for once, actually backed me up and went, actually, no, Marion, he's lost a lot of weight since we last saw him. Like, okay, thanks, granddad. Appreciate it. She was pissed off because, so they were supposed to arrive at 4:30, and they didn't get there until 5. And my sister rang them up at like 10 to 5 to ask them where they were, and instead of just ringing them normally, she FaceTimed them. And because like sometimes FaceTime audio is bad when it connects to the internet, so they answer the phone, and my sister has it on loudspeak, and my brother Jaden, he's like, Nan, why does your voice make it sound like you're in a box? And I was like, Jaden, give it a couple of years, mate, and she will be in a box, 6 foot under the ground. Well, fuck me, I didn't think she could actually hear what I was saying. And then she was like, you do realise I can hear that? And I'm like, okay. She goes, plus, I'm outside. And I was like, oh shit. So I think that's why she made that dig at me being fat. Because I basically said that she was a couple of years from death. My brother's learning to play guitar. And I was like, you know, I had the guitar, like, I was holding it by the... What's the bit, like, not the big bit, like the shaft. What's it called? The stem? What's the neck? That's it. I was holding it by the neck, so it was like a big fucking tennis bat. And I was like, don't worry, Jaden. When she comes through the door, I'm gonna fucking smash her over her face. Apparently she heard that too. I don't think she did. I think what actually happened was my brother told her what I said. Because she decided to pull me up about it about an hour later. She was like, first you say I'm gonna die in a few years, and then you say you're gonna kill me with a fucking guitar? She was like, I know we don't see eye to eye. Like, yeah, we don't see eye to eye. Mainly because you've got cataracts. Fucking old people. Honestly, like, I don't want to get old, because if I actually turn into someone like her, I'll just end up like, I'll just go to Dignitas. But I'll just be like, alright, it's been a fun 70 years. We're off to Switzerland to drink some medicine and have a very long sleep. Dignitas, yeah, it's the only legal suicide clinic in the world. You pay like £10,000, and as long as you have to be able to drink the liquid. It can't be given to you by somebody else. So, for example, if I had like Parkinson's, well, because it's like epilepsy, when you're trying to drink it, you just throw it everywhere. So that you have to like go there before it gets too bad. You are holding your brother's shaft, threatening an old lady. Respect, basically, yeah. How many hours? I'll finish my PPL. I'm actually going flying tomorrow, because I've not flown in ages and I missed it. So I'm going tomorrow to just do a bit more flying and just make sure that the PPL paperwork is sent off. So I don't physically have the booklet yet, but it's all done. Like, I don't have any more learning to do. I did actually need to do revision, because I tell a lie, I have one more exam to do, which is, I'll do that tomorrow, but it's only a shitty fucking, what is it? Hang on, I can't remember which one it is that I've got left. We should do some PPL revision together. You can all test me. Right, let's have a look. So, I have done air law, I have done ops, I have done general knowledge, I've done principles of flight, I've done meteorology, I've done human performance, I've done navigation, I have done communications. Flight planning and performance is what's left. Why do you hate your nan? My nan is a bully. I make jokes about her, but she's a genuine bully. She takes great delight in telling you how flawed you are as a human. And it's a problem that everybody that knows her just deals with because, you know, she's an old woman. But I don't give a shit how old you are. That is not an excuse. You can't just bully people because you're old. She's one of the reasons why, as a child, I struggled so much with my confidence when it came to my weight. Because every time I saw her, she would always turn around and be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have to get double glazing and a fucking patio door for the next time you come round to visit, you fat cunt." That sort of shit. Without calling, she never swore, but she was just she was just a very abrupt individual. But she would always comment on my weight. And I did ask her years down the line, like, why did you do that? And she's like, well, I was hoping if I said it enough times, you'd actually listen and do something about it. And I was like, well, you know, that worked well, didn't it? So, yeah, but the thing is, like, she doesn't do it now. Well, she can't do it now because I'm not that fat anymore, but she doesn't, she's like mellowed out. I mean, we're talking like 15 years ago when she used to be like this. She's mellowed out a lot now. But I think the only reason why she's mellowed out is because she knows if she pisses everybody off, they're at a point now where they actually need help. Like, you know, physical help. Their mobility is shot. My granddad's had fucking, 3 heart attacks, 3 strokes. Like, he's basically a bionic person at this moment. So they, you know, if they don't get help with their cleaning, their cooking, their, like, personal hygiene, they literally are fucked. And they are too, they're too proud to have somebody come in from, like, a third-party company and do it for them. So they get the family to do it. And the family have come very close a few times to saying to them, yo, you're actually just, it's not worth it anymore. Just leave us alone. But the problem, like, going back to my, like, emotionless side, I couldn't care less what happens to them. Like, if they end up getting put in a home, great. The fucking home's not going to know what's hit them, because they'll just be miserable all the time. Paternal. My maternal grandparents. That's a different story. They're both dead, though. I have an idea as well I want to run past you. The subject who had the hardest time, air law. AIDS. Alright. So, you know how I removed all the moderators? I actually think that that was a pretty good move, because I'm not getting anywhere near the amount of PMs about people, like, blaming moderators for stuff that they've not done. But I think I do kind of miss, like, seeing people get spiced when I probably wouldn't have spiced them. Like, my level of leniency was so much higher than most of the moderators, and that was just made it hilarious. So, at the beginning of every stream, every single stream, it will be a different person. We're gonna appoint one person to moderate for that entire stream. And it's their rules, not my rules. Well, my rules have to be kept as well, like the base rules of the stream. But it's basically their rules. And then whatever they've done during that stream will be then reversed at the end of the stream. So if they've gone on a banning spree, you'll only be banned for that stream. You'll get unbanned for the next one. Now, obviously, if they're a cunt about it and it's like just something that, you know, they start abusing the power, then I'll just ban them. I'll ban them anyway. And then we'll just pick somebody else. It's not a very bad idea. It's a fucking amazing idea. Because it's like, it goes back to what I say about this thing, where if you give people a sense of power, they always tend to, the majority of people anyway that aren't psychopaths, tend to take that role with a little bit of sort of respect and a little bit of responsibility. And I think you'll be surprised just how many people moderate and do it very well. And plus, it'll be funny as fuck. The novelty will go on use. Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't take time to reverse. It's literally just run one command. I just type / unban space all, enter, done. That reverses everything. Bans, timeouts, everything. Well, look. If it doesn't work, yeah, then it doesn't work. But we'll never know until we try. And the worst that can happen is they ban somebody for no reason. I go, you're a cunt, then I ban them and then unban the other person. They can see in real time how it all unfolded. How are you going to choose? Well, basically, I'm just going to, at the start of the stream, I'm going to look in the viewer list, I'm going to close my eyes, and I'm going to click, and wherever my mouse lands on, that's who it's going to be. It doesn't have to be it won't be, you know, based upon subscription or donation or anything like that. Could be anybody. Someone gets chosen and then has to go to bed 10 minutes later. Well, I mean, if they then... If like, they're in for an hour, and then they have to go, then we just pick somebody else. I'll also give them the opportunity to say, no, I don't want to do it. So if I click on them and I'm like, hey, Aviator Maximus, you want to be a mod for the today's stream? You can go, actually, Matt, no, I don't. And I go, okay, I'll find someone else. If they randomly disappear, then I'll pick somebody else. Not difficult.
$20 and I'll shag your nan.
Really? I'll give you that. I'll give you $20. And I'll give you her address. I want video proof, but can you like pixelate all the bad bits? I don't want to see any of my nan's flaps, folds, bits of my granddad. Not interested. How do you know they're AFK? Patstan. Are you okay? How do I know if somebody isn't there? Have you ever heard of going, hey, are you there? And then they don't reply, and then you go, oh shit, they're AFK. Let's pick somebody else. Might need to be 25. Yeah, mate, 25, it's a fair deal, honestly. You can keep the change, I'll give you 30.
Hello, you cunt.
Shut up.
But thanks for the 17 months, Cygnus, by the way. I was too busy concentrating on the offer about shagging my nan. Shane, thanks for the 38 months. You could also pick a couple of people, so if one person goes AFK, you still have another. I could. Well, let's see how it will go. Yeah, exactly. Let's see how it will go. You know what? I really hope the first person they ban is you. Because that'll prove that. It'll be like... it'll be like... Twitch spring clean in Matt's chat. They'll just walk in and they'll be like, listen, motherfuckers. My rules now. I've always hated you. You're a cunt. Banned. And you. And you. I saw you in Chewie's chat trying to rim him. Banned. I saw you in Simfest's chat trying to rim him. Banned. I saw you on VatSim 25 years ago with a voice box. I'll stop there. Oh, I am so fucking dumb. I have run out of Heineken. This not good. I might have some whiskey. Or should I have some of that 69% rum that puts me into cardiac arrest? Tell you what, bought the single malt bullshit last night and it's fucking glorious. Oh, bullshit. Bushmills. I thought you were saying that you bought the bullshit one that I had. I don't have a glass, but no one else drinks it, only me, so I'm just gonna drink it out of the bottle. Don't judge. This is proper alcoholic status now. Hoo-hoo! Chivas Regal. Very nice. Where did you get rum that was 69%? Amazon? It's actually 63%, sorry. It's called Ray and Nephew. Look. 63% volume. Isn't it supposed to be like... I mean, Amazon sold it to me, so fuck knows. The thing is, though, like, I'll be completely honest with you. It doesn't... My single malt tastes stronger than the rum. The rum is like... It doesn't taste that bad. It tastes a bit like floral. There's a little bit of vanilla to it. Like, it's really not that... It's scarily smooth to drink. Like, it goes down without much effort. And I had a cap full, and I almost ended up in fucking A&E, or the accident emergency room. Because it just went straight to my head. But it's from Jamaica. It's from Kingston. Yeah, so apparently, okay, so one shot of this is the equivalent of 8 units of alcohol. Fuck me. It just says, please do not consume this regularly. It's literally telling you on the side, do not drink this. Alright, surface wind at Faro, 250, 10 knots. That's all we need to know. So we are going to be putting the wheels down onto runway 128. And that is via the ILS Zulu. Via the... Let's have a look. Alagu 6 Alpha arrival.
Hello, you cunt.
Shut up, you cunt.
It goes to Gebty, and then from Gebty, it's, oh, that is the ILS. Beautiful. So it's Gebty at 2,000, or 3,000 at Gebty. Professor Binkleton, thank you for the 29 months. Sup ship? Definitely don't have that if you're flying tomorrow. Oh yeah, shit, I forgot I'm flying in the morning. We're dead. Right. 3,000 feet, cross-checked. Alright, so we're looking for a minima of 218 feet. The surface wind is 250 at 10. The temperature is 18 degrees. And the QNH is 1019. Auto brake low. We are going to vacate at Romeo Golf. And then Alpha. Fuck knows where this stand or where it parks. If anyone knows where this will park, please tell. Uplink insert. I just did, you arsehole. Perfect. Wait, what the hell? I'm not flying tomorrow. They cancelled my slot. No! Why? You assholes. I'm actually fucking mad. They cancelled it. They moved it to Thursday.
Time for a shot of that strong shit then, Kappa.
Yeah, Boeing. Your nan called it. Your fucking nan. If my nan ever did that, I'd actually cremate her while she's still alive. How is so many fucking, like, there's not a single booking slot available. It's winter. Why are people trying to fly in the winter? Just fucking make hot chocolate and get laid. And let me fly. I want that slot. What slot is that? 12 till 2 on the 14th. Ooh, the 19th is free. Oh, yes! The 19th is free and I could do a fucking... I could do a night rating. I could do an hour night rating there as well. Perfect. I'm going to a place called Asturias or some shit in northern Spain. Once I've landed. Take that plate down. Does anyone want a quality string? Quality string? Quality street? What's the best coloured quality street? Where did you find the flavours? Oh, here we go. Caramel swirl, chocolate caramel brownie, orange cream, the green triangle, the purple one, fudge, strawberry delight, orange chocolate crunch, toffee finger, milk chocolate block, toffee penny, or a coconut eclair. The purple one. Alright, I've got a purple one. What's in the purple one? Should we dissect it? Here it is. Ooh. Caramel. Oh, it's got a nut in it. Ah! You pricks. Right. What's suggested next? Blue. This one?
Shut up, you cunt.
Less than 3.
Jordan, with the hot girlfriend. Thanks for 27 months. What is blue? Blue is chocolate caramel brownie. That sounds alright. What the fuck? It's alright. It's not the best. Do a strawberry. So like grapefruit in your man, but for people with small dicks or really big strawberries. I'm gonna sound like a cunt asking this, but is the strawberry one red or pink? The pink is fudge. Alright, so strawberry is red. Found one. Ooh. It's got herpes on the top. Oh, yeah. Mmm. That's well nice. It's like a cream. Ooh, that might actually be my favorite. Oh, it lasts forever as well. It's like, it doesn't go away. It's like it's like coated the inside of my mouth with strawberry flavor. I'm gonna try the orange one because I like orange better than, well, I think I like orange better than strawberry. Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay. The orange one is better. The orange cream. Mate. They're called Quality Street. And I'll be honest with you. The last time I had Quality Street, I was about 10. I'm trying the chocolate block. But honestly, they've changed them so much, because when I had them, they used to have little caramel barrels that I was addicted to, but they don't have caramel barrels anymore. Go to Costco and buy a 2-kilo tin of them. Dude, I quite enjoy not being 40 stone anymore. Yeah, that's what happened, like, the Heroes and the Celebrations came out. Celebrations are better than Heroes. And so no one bought Quality Street anymore. Are you last weekend? Yes, yeah, of course you are. By the way, I'd go see a doctor for the spelling of the word surgery, because I don't think I've ever had seen anyone fuck up the word surgery quite that hard before. Surgery sounds like what Indian fucking call center workers sound like. Did you see the... Oh, you know what? I don't want to tell you. I'm just gonna fucking show you. If you're mildly offended, I don't know why you're on my stream, but you might get mildly offended by this. This. Hang on. Can I have a mixer, please?
G O G L E Gulu gulu G.
Oh shit. I fucking saw that on Facebook. And it was like 3 AM. And I'm pretty sure I woke Haley up. I was laughing that much. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Gee. Italy. Italy. Oh shit. I fucking love language barriers. It's the best thing ever. It was offensive. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm not really. I couldn't care less. What's this?
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
The United States launched a targeted operation against that compound.
They did a lot of shooting, and they did a lot of blasting, even not going through the front door. You know, you think you go through the door. If you're a normal person, you say, knock, knock, may I come in?
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He died like a dog.
But his death does not mark the end of our effort.
A beautiful dog.
We give thanks for the men who carried out this operation.
And I don't get any credit for this, but that's okay. I never do. But here we are.
May God bless you. And may God bless the United States of America.
And I'm writing a book. I wrote 12 books. All did very well.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Fucking hell. That's fantastic. Dude, Donald Trump. I feel so proud to be blocked by that guy. Like, I'm just so fucking proud that I actually was noticed by the guy enough that he blocked me. How did I get blocked? Good. Because I was in the middle. I was in the middle of a debate. With someone. I can't remember what it was, but it was something about when he took office, and he tried to say that when he is like inaugural bullshit or inauguration or whatever it's called, there were more people that turned up for that than there were for Obama and a bunch of other shit. And I was like, you're a fucking wet wipe. That's what I called him a wet wipe. And first of all, I get a Twitter thing, and it's like, your tweet has been flagged for abuse or some shit. And I was like, oh, whatever, like, that's happened to me before. And it's like, we are currently reviewing the tweet. And I was like, right, cool. And then about 2 hours later, it's like, we have successfully reviewed your reported tweet, and we find that your tweet is not in breach of the terms of service or terms of use of Twitter. We have restored your tweet. So I was like, yeah, nice one. So I went to go back on Twitter, and it literally said, you have been blocked by this user. And I was just like, wow. So all I can assume is that whoever does Trump's social media, reported my tweet. And then Twitter was like, nah, it's fine. And so they just went, well, fuck this guy, and fucking blocked me. I've been to America since then. Amazing. I love how it just didn't descend on the ILS. Tropical sim, yeah. There we go.
2000.
Get down. The localizer was already captured. Oh, nice. Apparently there's physics-defying water right there. Right, Norman. Captain crew, sit down. Including you, Norman. Seems great. S-E-E-M-S. Seems.
$1,000.
It seems to me that Matt noticed Nuncy was incapable of spelling. I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
500.
Shame on me. Matt doing a spelling test and landing a plane. Exactly, dude. Multitasking. Come on, go. Equality, please. 2 red, 2 white.
Minimum.
Thank you. We are continuing the approach and planting the wheels onto the tarmac. In approximately 10 seconds.
100.
In approximately 5,
50,
4,
40,
3,
30,
2,
20. Retard.
1.
5.
Buttered the bread. Decelerating the aircraft. Apparently I landed 3 times. Aviator or an Av Geek's wet dream. Reverse is stowed. Ladies and gents, and everyone in between, including the snowflakes sat in 29F. Welcome to Faro. Faro, for most people, brings back memories of holidays with parents. Unless your name is Madeline. So those memories are quite a distant thing. Before exiting the aircraft, please make sure that you have all your belongings with you, including your children. An airport representative will be on even, can't speak, standby to assist you at the gate. However, as proven, the Portuguese police are about as useful as a chocolate teapot. We suggest that any legal action is undertaken by yourself. If you require any sort of weaponry, then take a small boat ride south of Portugal and you will find all the motherfucking guns that you need. For those of you who are staying on board this aircraft or our flight to the place that I can't actually pronounce, you're more than welcome to come and visit me in the flight deck during our turnaround. I will not be responsible for my actions. It's been a long day. As you can see, this airport is a lie. Ryanair do not park on stands that have gates, as they are cheap bastards and would charge you for breathing the oxygen that their pack system produced during the flight. Why is there a fucking Bliat plane over there? Wow, we got a grill. We also got 2 jetways. All right.
Hello, you cunt.
I
Spaff on my tits.
Doug Sim, thanks for the 20 months. What was that? Zero fuel weight 55.9. 1. I should change that to something else missing when it happens in Portugal. What? Runway not known? Your fucking hand's not known? Runway 28, 250 at 10, 18 degrees, 1019. $61.3, 28, send. 175. Oh no, it's not done it. Almost ready to go. We went to Portugal for Christmas once as a family. And to be fair, it was quite nice. It rained a little bit more than I would have liked it to, but it was really nice. No.
pushback.
Currently Saturday on an airbridge steps in
No way.
Cardiff waiting for aircraft to land.
Rick
How are
Sean,
ya,
thank you for the
Matty?
11 months. I am well. Sounds like you're having fun at work.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Yes, crew, please arm your doors for departure. Thank you. Yes, boys and girls, good afternoon. A very warm welcome to your flight today. My name is Norman. It's my pleasure to introduce the rest of the crew today. Bring you from Air 7. Shortly in the middle of the departure, and back to the cabin is Joe. Here for your comfort, primarily your safety will not mind. We'd like to take you through the safety procedures of this aircraft and Airbus A319. It just takes 2 minutes of your time. Looking forward to your attention. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits and 2 at the front of the cabin.
I think so, Cam. Although I haven't gotten back to Neil, so he may have sold all the tickets. If there's still tickets left, I'll get them. If not, then no. But I did say I would. I did say yeah, I would go. What's up, Jonathan? Where's it pushing me back to? Africa?
On your own mask beforehand. Under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around.
Fucking speed of that thing. Fucking hell!
And we wish you a pleasant flight.
Unlocking gear. Next, bypass. Left
We're seeing if the value on the armrest moved.
Jay, thanks for 5 months.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any cigarettes. In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. All details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if you can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Who's leading the miles? I have no idea. It's not really about leading. You can use them to buy into giveaways. It's taking forever, hang on. The list will not load.
Hello, Eco.
Oh, look at Letterman there, gifting subs. As if Miller got a fucking sub from him. No way. I wouldn't expect a thank you from Miller, Letterman. He's a fucking idiot.
Hello, Eco.
Shut up, you cunt.
Thanks very much, Letterman. Appreciate it.
Hello, Eco.
Shut up, you cunt.
Hello, Eco.
Shut up, you cunt.
Hello, Eco.
Okay. And now Stuart's done 5. As if Fezzer got 1. And Mitch got 1. No way.
Hello, Eco.
Shut up, you cunt.
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 Way One gets another sub. Make sure you say thanks. What is this? They are a very nice screenshot to you. That second one is stunning. Are they yours? Nice. I'm gonna be putting some like community artwork in the Project Fly app. So if you post them on Discord in the media channels in Discord and I want to use them, I'll contact you individually. Snappy banned him. What? Snappy banned you? The fuck? Hmm. No, I'm on my phone, sorry. How far have we got? 260 miles. We haven't done the cooking stream talk yet. No, we haven't. That's actually, yeah, while there's a few of us in, I suppose we can do that. I think maybe doing the chicken gyro is a good idea. Unless there's something specific. No, I'm not nothing off. My phone's here. I'm texting. Unless there's something you like specifically want to see. Maybe that's too easy. Maybe you could have themes. So 1 week it's pork, chicken. Yeah. Yeah, I have no problem with doing that. So what should we do then? I mean, for me, I would. You've got to remember that whatever I cook, it's going to be mine and Haley's dinner, right? So it can't just be like something random that we're not going to eat, because I'm not going to waste money on shit like that. It's pointless.
Gives you the opportunity just to play around with different herbs, spices. It doesn't take long to do. It really doesn't. You can do it with your kids, and it looks great. I feel like some bizarre knight in shining armour.
Look at that.
I wouldn't do very well in the battle, though. Come here so I can hit you with my raw chicken legs. I'm Heston Blumenthal. I'm in the Munch's Test Kitchen in Brooklyn, and I am going to show you how to make something show-stoppingly beautiful. It's a chicken souvlaki using my new barbecue. So to make this chicken souvlaki, you're going to need some chicken. I always prefer using chicken thighs. They've got more juiciness to them. There's more richness.
So he's selling a barbecue.
Chicken breasts you can use, but they will dry out. Each to his own, but any day, yo. Give me legs over breasts. So this is really so simple. Start off with, we need to make the marinade for the chicken. I'm using some olive oil, parsley leaves here, some mint leaves, so slight of Greek influence, hence the name of souvlaki, and then some of this beautiful basil that I've just picked. There, put some salt and pepper. I'm being fairly generous with the seasoning. You know, if you barbecue a big whole chicken, you get most of the flavour from the outside. With this, because they're just legs, just pressed up, pressed up, pressed up, pressed up, there's an awful lot of surface area and you're going to get an awful lot of aromatic flavour from it. It's going to be fantastic. Well, it will be if I put the lid on the machine. Just really want to make sure it doesn't turn brown. That's normally quite a good sign when you're using green herbs. So it keeps the freshness. Also, I want more fragrance. So I'm using a couple of limes. So I'm just grating some lime zest. I don't really want the pith. I'm not taking the pith. I grew up in the 60s, and Britain wasn't exactly the superpower of food in the 60s. Olive oil, you had to go to the chemist of olive oil, because you didn't cook with it in England, you poured it into your ears. So I went to France for the first time on a holiday with my folks, and I went to a restaurant, and I sat under this Provençal valley with crickets, cheese trolleys the size of the chariot, sommelier with his handlebar moustache and leather apron, the wine list that was like something out of a Cecil B. DeMille film, it's the Ten Commandments. That's it. I fell down a rabbit hole. I fell down a rabbit hole into a multi-sensory wonderland. That was basically it. And here I am, pressing a button on my own blender. Smell that. It's fragrant. Can you smell it from here? The lime. I'm going to take some of this out now, because this is going to be a finishing sauce. Then, I'm leaving a bit in. I might even, just because I can, put a bit more olive oil in there, and some garlic cloves. So I need to puree these up. So I'm just pouring this over the chicken. The reason I've separated it is that the garlic in this mix here will really penetrate the chicken, but then this is going to be cooked. Personally, I'm not a fan of raw garlic, so I've left the garlic out of this. Hands. I often get asked, what's the most important tool in the kitchen?
Gordon Ramsay.
Work the marinade in. If you love cooking, which I do, I believe you transfer that same energy through the food. So now that is actually ready. I'm going to take the 2 clamps from the barbecue and the rod. And the souvlaki now, I'm now going to assemble it. This means putting all of these boned chicken legs on this. And firstly, I'm going to use both the limes that I grated and extra one, just making a cross each end. So I'm putting these on here, which will kind of buffer the chicken. So what I love about cooking is at every step of everything we do, whether it's chopping an onion, boiling an egg, or carving a chicken, we have the opportunity to think, and we have the opportunity to be creative and to imagine. We have the opportunity to change something to see how it goes. But what happens is we end up being so scared of failing that we never create. We don't need to learn how to be creative. We need to learn how to lose the fear of failure. Just give it a go. Let's just see what happens. So now I'm putting the chicken on the rod. The important thing is that the chicken legs don't spin around, so they'll turn with the rod. Something quite, maybe weirdly, therapeutic about sliding raw chicken legs onto a rod. I'm zenning out on raw chicken thighs, man. So these are now
What's up, Rob?
done and dusted. Put my other clamp on this end. That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That is pretty fucking nice, to be fair.
Squeeze on those limes. I don't know, I really like the sound. So this big boy is now going on the grill. Very technical moment, this. Put that in there, put that on there. With a special flick of the finger, I do that. And then I'm just gonna press this button here. What I'm looking for here is to have, as it turns, some of the bits of chicken kind of fall down, hanging off. They're gonna get licked by the flames, and they're gonna get really nice and crispy. And then the meat that's compacted is gonna stay nice and moist. The beauty of this is what made human beings, cooking and eating food that was cooked over fire. You can see this. You can see now some of the fat stripping off. You can see the smoke coming up, and the smell that's changing. It's just a thing of beauty. So I'm looking for 150 to 160 Fahrenheit, 2 to 3 hours. End result: beautifully charred grilled chicken that still retains incredible amount of moisture and some freshness from the marinade. Right, so I'm gonna leave this now while this is cooking. I'm gonna head back inside and just sort out a couple of just little garnishes, a couple of bits and bobs to go with this. Okay, so one more little thing I'm going to chuck onto the grill. Make some confit garlic. Olive oil, some garlic cloves, bit of salt. Chuck it on there. So the idea of this is this is going to be put
Round of applause for Russ, everybody in chat. Round of applause for Russ.
Posh French word that our chefs like to use. Confit. I don't even know it actually has an English equivalent, but it's cook and soften and caramelize at the same time. So that's going to go onto the grill. I'll put them on there. The point of these is so they get really nice and soft, and then they're going to go into a kind of mayonnaise type thing. So you can see the chicken starting to cook on the outside, and it's important to have this gentle cooking so you can get the caramelization and the charred note on the outside of the chicken without knackering. That's an English term. Without knackering or drying out the meat underneath. And because of the spit, as it turns, heats up, cools down, heats up, cools down, heats up, cools down. And that pulsating temperature gives a wonderful evenness to the meat. Okay, so the chicken is nicely underway. I'm just going to make a garnish, pickled cabbage. Pan, heat, hot, on. In here, sugar, vinegar. Just don't keep your face too near it. Because that happens.
So powerful.
Cabbage. I'm just taking the root out. I have big memories as a kid with kebabs. It's a very British thing. After the pub, you need loads of cabbage on it. And all the fat from the lamb drips out your fingers. Luckily, this doesn't have so much fat in it.
You fucking show off.
And my finger is still firmly on my hand. I'm just pouring the marinade over the cabbage so I can leave that to sit. You know what? I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to put it in the fridge. Just because I want it to be cold. I'll drain it afterwards. It'll be pickled.
Wonder why else you put something in the fridge, because you want it to be fucking smolderingly hot.
Garlic cloves. And as you can see, they've caramelised. They've softened. I've just got some mayonnaise. You can see this, the garlic's pureed so easily because it's so soft. I'm just mixing it in. Right. So that's nicely fused with confit garlic. Right, everything now is ready. I've made some flatbread. I'm gonna just pop it on the fire. I'm gonna shove some of this coal up. It should take very little time, this flatbread. If you buy regular pita, it's even more important just to pop it on the grill because that heat makes a big difference. I love grilling in New York in the summertime. This is really cool. I'm gonna try and persuade people that I'm working. That is now ready to go. I'm just gonna turn the rotisserie off. Right now, there's a lot of chicken and a lot of eating to happen. Right, kitchen nice and clean. I've got a full glass of beer. I've got my souvlaki on my flatbread.
That looks fucking amazing. Oh my god. The problem is I don't have a spit for my kitchen, so I can't make this.
Mint and parsley marinade. And there's some confit garlic mayonnaise. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, pepper, and chili sauce. Right now, I'm feeling rather pleased with myself. And even more now.
Mate,
I love
have you
making
ever
those.
watched this woman off Munchies?
It's amazing how much chicken.
I can't remember her name. It's like fucking
You know,
Faraday.
I feel like
That's
crabs
it.
give Marylanders a bad name.
Like, if I could have a perfect woman, it would be this woman. She's just my type.
People are like, oh, I got crabs in Maryland, or oh, don't bother me, I'm crabby. Like, it's so stupid. We're better than those dumb puns. Hi, I'm Faraday, the culinary director at Munchies, and we're here in the Munchies Test Kitchen, and today we're making crab cakes. You might know me as being Iranian and Italian, but I'm also from Maryland. And in Maryland, we love crabs. We're doing a really simple crab cake with just all lumped crab meat, and then serving it simply with tartar sauce, the best sauce. So what you need to make crab cakes is about 1.5 pounds of crab meat. Since I'm from Maryland, I like to go crabbing and pick crabs. I also have some fresh crabs here that have steamed with Old Bay and beer. These are Maryland blue crabs, the best of the crabs. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys how to break down a crab. It's really easy. Everyone kind of, I feel like, has their
Not
own
sure,
way.
Limless. I
We
don't
used to
think
have
she's
block parties
mentioned
when I
it.
was a kid, and we lined the streets with
So
tables,
easy.
and you always turn out newspaper. Some people literally sit there and pick and eat and pick and eat. I am a weirdo, and I hoard my meat, and I sit there and pick all the meat and make a huge pile, and then I soak it in butter, but it's so good. This is a female crab. You can tell it's female because she has kind of an apron. You can kind of take that part off. You're just gonna break open the shell like this. Break off all the limbs first, like this. This back one, the back fin, that's where all the lump crab meat is, but you can usually pull out the whole lump on that and just like suck it off. It's good. Anyways, you want to get rid of all that stuff. I love this yellow mustard. I call it mustard. It's like just poop or something, I think, but it's really good. It's just delicious. I mean, who doesn't love that little poop? All right, so I'm just gonna break that guy in half, just like this. So all in here is all the crab meat. Some people, you can sit there and take a knife and cut it in half. I just use my fingers to kind of open it up like that, and it's just coming right out of there.
Crab
So I
is one of the
prefer
most
back fin crab
annoying
because it's
things to pick, though.
But the claw meat's really good too. It's just not as sweet as the other meat. So as you can see, 3 crabs only yielded me this amount of meat, and I need 1.5 pounds. So we bought some. It's fine. But I can add this to that. So now we have a little over 1.5 pounds. I'm gonna keep eating it. Anyways, we're gonna clean up here and make our crab cakes. So I've got 1.5 pounds of crab meat here. I'm gonna add into it about a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1 whole egg. Gonna put in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard.
No,
as
it's
well.
anybody. Potato
Dijon
aim.
is a nice-
So it's going to be whoever's there at the time,
So that's
at the start of the
Maryland's really
stream.
prefer.
It could be an old mod, it could be a subscriber, it could be a regular, it could be anybody. So whoever I decide. So it's going to be a random.
OLDBAE. I feel like you can't really have crabs without Old Bay in general. All right, 1 tablespoon. Right on in. I'm gonna go in with my hands. So get in there, break up that egg. I'm gonna toss this rather gently because I want to keep the lumps kind of intact a bit. This is basically as pure crab can get when it comes to a cake. You could 100%
I love crab.
add in here right now breadcrumbs if you want, but I don't think it's necessary. But that's also why I'm going to broil it.
Don't worry about
So
it,
you can also
potato
taste
aim.
it for seasoning. I know there's a raw
The
egg
streams
in
this
here.
weekend have been
So
terrible.
it's not that big of
Like
a
literally
deal.
just been riddled with technical problems, one after the other after the other.
So I'm just gonna form this into 4 crab cakes. You can make more. You could also make these like little mini guys. You can make them big. You can make this into 1 giant crab cake if you wanted to be that asshole, but it's weird. It's really weird. No one does that ever. So we're gonna do it just like this. Nice big old crab cake like that. We're gonna put a knob of butter onto each. So maybe like a 1/2 tablespoon or so. And then I'm gonna put it under the broiler.
26011.
5 minutes until they're nice and golden and heated through. If you didn't have a broiler, you could put it in a really hot oven, 450 degrees, some butter on top, golden brown, take it out, good to go. So the crab cakes are under the broiler. Make sure to keep an eye on them. Meanwhile, we're gonna make some tartar sauce. So tartar sauce, homemade, is very simple. It just requires about a half a cup of mayonnaise, the zest and juice of a lemon, a small shallot kind of minced up really finely, a tablespoon of capers, and some gherkin pickles. You can use any pickle you want, and some parsley. All right, gonna cut up my little shallot over here. Gonna chop up some gherkins for here too. You can just roughly chop them. And then some capers. I'm gonna roughly chop these capers as well. So I'm just gonna chop up some parsley in here. Finally chop it up. The zest of a lemon. It's about a half a cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna squeeze in, you may only need like half a lemon. Maybe like a tablespoon of juice. Just see, this is a really juicy lemon. So I may not need all that juice. Oh yeah. Beautiful looking crab cakes over here. Okay, we're just gonna plate up these guys. At home, like usually, like you'll get like 2 crab cakes like that, like, and that's like one person. Load her up. And here we have our jumbo lump crab cakes with homemade tartar sauce. Delicious, perfect. Sometimes you go out and you get your crab cakes and you're really getting cheated because they're just full of bread and breadcrumbs. Not in these guys. These guys are just pure, beautiful lump crab meat. The way a good crab cake should be. Okay. Just squeeze a little bit of lemon on top. That's perfect. You can make them big ever. So we're gonna do it like just like this, nice big old crab cake like that. We're gonna put a knob of butter onto each. So maybe like a half a tablespoon or so. And then I'm gonna put it under the broiler for about 5 minutes until they're nice and golden and like heated through. If you didn't have a broiler, you could put it in a really hot oven, like 450 degrees, some butter on top, golden brown, take it out, good to go. So the crab cakes are under the broiler. Make sure to keep an eye on them. Meanwhile, we're gonna make some tartar sauce. So tartar sauce, homemade, is very simple. It just requires about a half a cup of mayonnaise, the zest and juice of a lemon, a small shallot kind of minced up really finely, a tablespoon of capers, and some gherkin pickles. You can use any pickle you want, and some parsley. All right, gonna cut up my little shallot over here. Gonna chop up some gherkins for here too. You can just roughly chop them. And then some capers. I'm gonna roughly chop these capers as well. So I'm just gonna chop up some parsley in here. Finally chop it up. The zest of a lemon. It's about a half a cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna squeeze in, you may only need like half a lemon. Maybe like a tablespoon of juice. Just see, this is a really juicy lemon. So I may not need all that juice. Oh yeah. Beautiful looking crab cakes over here. Okay, we're just gonna plate up these guys. At home, like usually, like you'll get like 2 crab cakes like that, like, and that's like one person. Load her up. And here we have our jumbo lump crab cakes with homemade tartar sauce.
That's
Delicious.
fucking crazy.
Perfect. Sometimes you go out and you get your crab cakes and you're really getting cheated because they're just full of bread and breadcrumbs.
Right now, we are in the car in Saigon, in Ho Chi Minh City, headed to the airport, leaving Vietnam and heading to. What's happening? Hello, hookah, sir. This is a tremendous size hookah. Have you seen a camel like that before? It's got 5 humps.
Oh my God.
How are you so good at getting up in the tree? I didn't see any ladder used.
Do you want to go climbing up?
I'll give you moral support. We don't need that. I'm good. Okay. This is the most raucous thing I've ever witnessed.
Over the last 2 weeks, I've explored Tehran and the most unique, diverse sections of central Iran. Today, before leaving the country, I want to partake in something that seemed unthinkable just weeks ago.
Thank you so much for having me.
Eating a home-cooked meal with a family in Iran's capital.
Before coming, I called a family member and I said, hey, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about going to Iran.
Iran? From the beginning of my journey until now, any notion I had of this place has been erased and rewritten.
Don't give a thumbs up. It's considered offensive in Iran.
This is true.
It's offensive?
Yep.
And now, as my journey draws to an end, I'll experience a final dose of Iranian hospitality.
And I just can eat the whole thing?
Yes.
Including Iran's most famous home-cooked dish.
Every week, one time we make it.
Something you must try before leaving the country.
This is what I've been kind of building up to this whole trip, up to this food. Ladies, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Do you know anything about this food?
Game.
Yeah, kaime.
Doing a little detective work. I see beans, I see French fries, I see a meatball.
Not a meatball.
Is that a meatball?
Lemon, a dried lemon. We use it for seasoning.
Oh.
Stew.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That really threw me off.
Don't try that.
Yeah, it's bitter.
I was about to be like, oh, I can't wait for this meatball.
Game is a traditional food loved throughout the country. A combination of split peas, tomatoes, onion, mutton, dried limes, and some French fries on top. Served with Persian steamed rice and a bit of golden saffron soaked rice.
Is this a normal lunch?
Yes, in Iran, this is very famous.
Traditional food.
Maybe every week, one day we have kaime.
Oh, okay, so pretty traditional.
Over the last 2 weeks, I've immersed myself in Iranian culinary tradition, and here's what I've learned. Though they use a variety of spices, the food generally tastes very mild, with a focus on letting natural flavors come through. Whenever possible, the meal is built around meat, especially mutton, chicken, or beef. It can get heavy, with generous amounts of animal fat piled on top. Portions in restaurants are huge. Dairy seems to accompany almost every meal, in drinks, as ingredients, or as a side. Yogurt is everywhere. Then there's the fresh bread, an obsession in this country. Last, sourness. From sour fruit to sour milk, sour flavors really stand out and can be enhanced further with fresh or dried limes.
I'm not gonna lie, this looks fucking amazing.
This too on your rice.
Put it on the rice. I knew it. A little bit of bean, a little bit of oil, a little bit of meat. I'm gonna try just the rice and bean.
Was it good?
It's good. It's very rich, nice and meaty, a little oily. Not a lot of salt. I'm gonna hammer it with some salt. I found that food here does not have a ton of salt. I like a bit of salt. I'm weird like that.
Try with this one together.
This is some kind of seasoned olives with the paste of pomegranate and walnuts.
I'm gonna take this. I'm putting it here. That is the key. You've unlocked the flavor. I like it because it adds some sourness. It's a little bit of sweetness too. I think without that, it would feel incomplete.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more what you do in Iran?
I'm a student mostly.
Hi Sunny, I've been actually watching your video for a while now and I got this idea to invite you to my home country, Iran.
This is Vanya, a 17-year-old high school student
She
who
is
reached
hot.
out to me suggesting I visit her country.
So is their mum.
Her mother, Sahila, is a professor at a medical university. They are like most women I've met in this country. Educated, strong-willed, and ambitiously pursuing a brighter future.
Do people from Iran like Americans? I mean, so far in this trip, people have been very kind to me. They're curious about what we're doing when they ask where I'm from, but no one's been negative about it.
It's true. I told anyone who asked that I am indeed American, and no one cared. In fact, most local people responded positively and seemed to be fans of U.S. culture.
We love guests from everywhere. It doesn't matter from which country. We are welcome for all of them, really.
Hospitality is simply built into Iran's culture. They have a saying, guests are a gift from God. A trip that began with anxiety and uncertainty is ending with feelings of acceptance and connection.
I want to ask a question because before I came here, it was kind of hard to do research. So I want to read off some advice I found online and you can tell me if this stuff is still true. Okay. Don't use your left hand while eating a meal.
No.
No, I haven't heard of that.
All right, I'm right-handed, so I've been fine. But you haven't heard of that one.
No.
Do you see how unuseful this was? I got here, I was like, left hand down, thumbs down. Don't give a thumbs up. It's considered offensive in Iran.
This is true.
It's offensive?
Yes.
But a lot of people here did that.
In the past, it was kind of used as an insult.
But today,
Some people find it offensive, but I think that people are more used to it.
oh man, I gave a lot of people the thumbs up during this trip.
Are you keeping it real? I'm calling shotgun, wanna see my baby run.
To not eat a home-cooked meal in this country is to not truly experience Iran. Today, my hosts will be cooking up gourmet sabzi, an iconic dish in Iran and one that every household can prepare. But before prep can begin, we're headed to Tabriz Market to pick up some ingredients.
We've come to the market, and in front of us, walnuts.
Yes, you can find it.
Just
only
search
in
the
Iran,
best
not
ever
any
food
country.
review
And
show
European people, they say
on-
that this is very
on
good for
YouTube.
brain. If you eat, your IQ will grow up.
It's just water. It's not salt water or anything.
It's only water. This is a favorite thing for breakfast.
How many would you need for breakfast? Like 100?
1 or 2.
1 or 2? Let's go for it. Oh, that's much better than a walnut. I mean, it is a walnut.
It's very good.
But if only, walnuts can be so dry. It's got a great kind of soft crunchiness to it.
And it's not oily that much.
Do they sell already peeled ones?
No, they don't sell it like that.
So you always have to do it yourself?
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot of work. One day when I get really rich, I'm gonna pay for someone to do that for me. Sabzi, it means vegetables.
Vegetables.
We call these herbs. So what are we getting today?
So like gourmet sabzi is like made from like some mixed vegetables, like leeks, cilantro, and 2 other Persian herbs.
And it's all gonna be combined.
Yes, and then we're gonna fry it so that it has a different taste.
The herbs actually get fried.
Yes, they get fried.
Fresh herbs are a staple in this country, and herb shops are almost as common as the bakeries. Just let the herb specialists know what you're making, and on the spot, they'll mince a fresh blend of parsley, leeks, green onion, coriander, and whatever
That's
else
pretty
you
cool.
want to toss in.
He has his big veggie grinder right here, and he's grabbing, what is this one?
Espinach.
Espionage.
Yes.
Espionage. Spinach. Oh. Oh, look at this. So glorious. Have you ever seen such a performance? It's not just about the vegetables, it's kind of a show. So these are the herbs that we got, the fresh version, and then here.
Fried one.
So we have a few other ingredients here. What kind of meat is that?
This is sheep, and this is beans. And that one you thought that this is meatball.
Oh, that's a dry lemon.
Yes.
That tiny one.
Yes.
What?
Gourmet sabzi, the national dish of Iran, starts with oil and onions. She adds turmeric, mutton, fried herbs, red beans, dried limes, salt, and water, and lets it simmer for 2 hours. While we wait, we'll try another traditional Iranian dish.
I know we're here to make the gourmet sabzi, but we could get a little appetizer. This is dolme.
Dolme is a mixture of rice, beans, fresh herbs, turmeric, garlic, yogurt, and fried onions, wrapped in boiled grape leaves. She makes a bed of fresh grape leaves for the mixture to sit on, tops it with a brick of butter, adds water, and leaves it to simmer. According to Sohila, this food is especially good for pregnant women.
After cooking for about an hour with the water, with the butter, can we try it out?
Yes.
So do you eat the leaf?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You don't unwrap it. Thank you very much. All right, let's try it out. Oh.
Delicious.
There's so many things in there. The leaf on the outside has a little crunch to it, and then you bite in, it's just like a soft, wonderful texture inside. All these ingredients combined between the rice, the garlic, the fried onion. It's delicious.
It is a little bit sour.
Yeah, a little bit sour. How did you learn to make this?
From my mother. You know, every girl in Iran, they used to learn cooking because it's very important for women in Iran. This is part of our culture.
What about men? What's going on?
They don't do such a these things in our culture.
'Cause their house looks so
Even if
nice.
you want to do, I don't let him.
Oh my gosh, can I have you talk to my girlfriend for me? It's kind of an emergency. I don't know, for me personally, look, every place is different. Some places women cook, the men cook, some places both. I think everybody should have that one food at least that they're really good at. For me, it's deviled eggs. You ever had a deviled egg?
No.
Here, let me show you a picture of a deviled egg, and then maybe you'll be like, oh, we call that an angel egg or something, I don't know.
Every man is good at cooking eggs.
Simple stuff, right? I can make good deviled eggs.
This is very simple, I think.
Okay, you know what? I was trying to impress you and show you that as a man, even I can cook something, but that's fine. No deviled eggs for you.
That you never felt so good, never felt so fine, haven't been this happy in your whole damn life.
This food looks amazing. Where do we start?
First, you have to take rice.
Do you know what kind of rice people use here?
This is Irani rice, and it's the best quality.
It's very soft and long. I like the texture a lot. Can I take some of this?
You can take off.
This is tariq, the brown, crispy bits of rice from the bottom of the rice cooker. and perhaps the most prized food in all of Iran.
I heard there's this thing called,
Taro.
Can you explain what that is?
It's like a polite offer.
But do you mean it?
Sometimes people don't mean it, but like they just say.
It's like an exaggerated offer.
Okay, that's the best explanation.
You said I could take all?
You can take
That
all.
has to be Torov.
First of all, I want you to taste Mirza.
Mirza, let's go do a quick flashback through voiceover to learn more about Mirza.
In a pan of hot oil, she dumps in a combination of roasted eggplant, tomato, and garlic. Then some turmeric, salt, and 4 eggs. She mixes on low heat until the eggs are cooked through.
And now we're back. Okay, great. Just scoop up about that much.
Yes, yes, it is good. Little bit of this fish egg because this is salty. Take walnuts.
Walnut too.
Walnuts.
Okay.
More walnuts. And you have to eat all of together.
Get all of it on one fork?
With walnuts.
All right, I'm gonna try it out. The lethal combination. You need everything. Wonderfully savory and smoky. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, I love that. No exaggeration. That's one of the best things I've tried so far this trip.
Really?
Yeah. This is what I've been kind of building up to this whole trip, up to this food. Now, strategy-wise, I've got the tarik right here, so I'm gonna scoop this on here. Oh, there's meatballs in here too. Putting on the gourmet sabzi. I mean, do you eat it like a salad or you just...
We eat it like after we take a bite.
Vietnam does that too.
That's so cool.
Right, Kai? He's Vietnamese. He says yes. I'm gonna try it out right now.
Try with this one.
This? That fried herb flavor really comes through. It's very different. A little savory, a little sour.
Dude, I'm actually
but
so
very
jealous.
heavy food, right?
Yes. This is a walnut oil.
Walnut oil. I'm just saying, George Bush invaded Iraq over less oil than this. 2 weeks ago, I was very uncertain of whether this trip would happen. We got our visas at the last minute, and here we are. Before coming, a lot of the people I talked to, I called a family member and I said, hey, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about going to Iran. Iran? Promise me you won't go. You can't do it. Like, have you been watching the news? Things politically are so intense right now. And I think that's all people ever hear about Iran is what's in the news, and they don't see anything deeper than that. So I had no idea what to expect from this place, but it's been a nice surprise. I can say Iran is almost disappointingly normal. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And it's a safe country. Iran is very safe.
Wherever I go, you're gonna see there's a very small portion of representation on the news, but when you go
It's
to
great, honestly.
about the people, what the people
It's so good to see.
It's good for me to
Because
see
the
just
media just wrecks people, like wrecks countries like Iran. And there's actually nothing wrong with it.
Choosing us.
Yeah.
I came to Iran and it was nothing like the news showed me. One of the most destructive forces today is the ability for corporatized news to influence popular opinions simply with what they choose to show or not show. Video is powerful. So perhaps this series can be considered the anti-news, a fresh perspective from an angle that's rarely covered. The people of Iran are open-minded, kind, and hospitable. It's not a clickbait headline, but it's the truth.
Well, guys, that wraps up the Iran series. I want to say a huge thank you to this guy, Amir. Amir, let's shake hands on camera. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him and his company called
Harry Amir.
Brought us here. Coming to Iran to shoot is not the most easy process, but he made it possible.
Can I also say special thanks to everyone who helped us with this project? ACD, another sponsor who made it possible.
All our tour guides, all the people behind the scenes throughout the whole trip. Thank you so much. I will see all of you next time.
What are you doing?
A freeze.
Oh my
Like you haven't seen me
fucking
1,000
god.
times by now.
Oh well, at least we got to watch this before everything went wrong. It's a shame that texture's fucked over there. Other than that, looks really nice. That fucking headwind. The surface wind is now 270 degrees, 13, gust 45. Rip. ...148 knots across the ground. Look at that for a view.
Terrain.
500. 400.
Canal. Whoa, what the fucking hell?
100 above.
Oh, nah, dude, I can't land this.
300. 200. Minimum 20. Retard 10. drive.
Yeah, I'm using real tab, yeah, good shout, that's probably why. Good night, Corey, take care, dude. Alright guys, well, once we've parked up, I'm going to call it a night, so thank you for being here, appreciate all the support. I'm going to host Brad, because he deserves it, and he's a nice guy. I will be back on Friday night. If not, I'll be doing a dev stream in the week. That'll probably coincide with a long haul, if I'm doing it. If. I don't know yet. We'll do a cooking stream probably next Sunday. So if you just keep an eye out on my Discord, that's probably the best way to figure it out. Just go on my Discord and I'll probably just put like an at everyone to get an idea of what we're going to do with it all. Trying to park up here is interesting. Might do some giveaways as well next weekend too, because the last set of giveaways was quite good. Perfect. So yeah, do us a favour. Tell Brad I said hi. Hope he's well. Just tell him I've gone to bed because it's late for me. And I will hopefully see you in the week. If not, then it will be Friday. Alright guys, take care. Good night.
Been up here lighting up the sky. Luna, do you have time to sing a goodbye song before you go? always bear.
Hey, this was really fun.
We hope you liked it too.
Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay.
'Cause we'll see you very soon, I know.
Very soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now.